we understand it's going to be an up and down year, and the better we can come in with the right approach every day, the better.
Coach Odd described Royce O'Neal kind of this security blanket for the team, of the guy that's kind of passing threes and just being able to do a little bit of everything. What have you seen from his development just this season so far?
Yeah, a lot more confidence, a lot more feel. Now playing a couple years together, just developing that chemistry, trusting each other. He's shooting the shit out the ball, and at the same time, we put him with the task of guarding Wemby last game, and we know what he's been doing all season. So he took on the challenge. He's been a vocal leader about it too, so it's been super important for us.
You're obviously familiar with Steph, knowing what the Ward Peers can do as well. How unique of a matchup is this, and just with their overall speed and movement?
Yeah, I think a great test for us. A lot of these guys, first time seeing it up close and personal, just understanding the free movement. Seems like they're not running any sets. The controlled chaos of it. It's unpredictable and it's hard to guard. So the communication has to be at a high level through all five guys.
Being that you're averaging 30, obviously that would be a high for you. Curious to looking at that number, you're like, you know what, I'm averaging 30, but still creating for others. How much are you taking pride knowing you can put up the scoring numbers, but yet still also be a facilitator as well?
Yeah, just trying to take what the defense gives me. Obviously, I have a high usage rate. The ball's in my hands a lot, so the team trusts me to make certain plays. And like I said, just reading the defense, they put two on the ball, get off, and try to create advantage on the backside. And if I see room to score, I'm gonna look for that.
I find it interesting. There's always that feeling if you're averaging 30, you can't do the other thing. But guys have proven, Harden proved it, other guys have proven you can have the high number of assists. Is that something that you went into the season thinking that you would have to average a high number of points and still get your numbers assist-wise or no?
I knew I'd have the ball more, and I think, the higher the usage, the more numbers come with that. But, still trying to stack wins. Like I said, I just take pride in trying to make the right play. I trust this team. I trust what Coach has implemented, and like I said, if we take care of the defense end and we get going in transition on offense, I think that's when we're at our best.
How much of that trust built in the offseason when you coming back and visiting with the team at certain stretches, having them up in Flagstaff and building that trust that you're talking about?
Yeah, I think it always starts off the court, which is hard to come by in the NBA nowadays with so many people with different schedules. But, the advantage of being a young team, most of our guys were in market, so whenever I pulled up, I think they're 5 days a week this summer, if not more, as they should be. And, it showed, and, it's going to pay off for them.
Is there a recognition when you go to these different cities now of the guys like you who have been in one place for seemingly ever and ever?
Yeah, you know it, because there's not many. So I know he holds a special place in everybody's heart here in the Bay. And I feel a similar type of love in Phoenix. And, it's something special. It's kind of hard to explain, but, there's a different type of love that comes with it. And I wouldn't want any other way.
How do you think, and you can always speak from what you've learned personally, but that bond for that group got so deep within?
So what?
Why is that bond? Why do you feel so strongly about that place? About, in your case, Phoenix?
I was adopted as, an 18-year-old coming in. I was embraced through tough times all the way to making the finals run. So, the city watched me grow up. I enjoyed growing up in the city, and, I'm sure Steph can say a lot of similar things about this area.
Have you guys ever had that conversation about staying in one place?
Not amongst each other. But I don't think he's going anywhere, and I don't think I am either.
Yeah, I have one last thing. What's it been like seeing these younger guys on the team, knowing that, like you mentioned, you were one of those younger guys? You're seeing stuff that makes you laugh like, God, I did that when I was 19. I did that when I was 20 years old.
Yeah, I see a lot of it. I was the only young one on my team. I was the only rook, so they all have each other. So all their antics and games that they play with each other, it's funny to watch. It's fun to be around, too.
One thing in particular that's sticking with you, like I saw so-and-so do so-and-so?
There's so many, man. There's so many. It's a bunch of jokes. bunch of jokes.
Because they're saying Kaman's like the singer and he's singing all the time.
I haven't heard that.
Thank God you have.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
And I know in talking to Steph, it was his dad had stayed in Charlotte for a long time. Was there somebody or there are a couple people that you looked up to when you started who stayed in that one city community all the way that you wanted to kind of follow after?
I think there's a few back there. I think the ones I think off the top of my head, Tim Duncan, Dirk, Kobe. You know, I had a chance to play against all three of them guys too, and close to their last seasons or their last season. So, you know, seeing their farewell tours and the love that they got at that point, not only from their cities, but, you know, I think every city around the NBA also acknowledged it and showed love to the loyalty and embraced it. So, yeah, watching those guys.
I mean, speak to that point, it feels like people see you, they think Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like how much pride comes with that?
It's a lot of pride. It's a lot of responsibility. Something I try to communicate to the young guys. You know, having those couple deep playoff runs and, you know, just getting the city to become electric. You know, it's a feeling that, you know, I'm chasing, want to get back to.